Dominique Clark.
And I'm Nadine Masarweh with the Mirador Weekly News.
We're here on the Miramonte campus to report on the news of the week.
Miramonte's swim team is the biggest team in the school alongside track, but this year there has been a decline in the number of participants. Many swimmers have quit this season for various reasons. Now we go to Dominique Clark for the inside scoop.
We're here at sophomore Jack Connor to get the scoop on mat swimming. Why did you decide not to swim this year?
Well, I wanted to focus more on water polo, and now that Lomerinda Water Polo introduced a spring program, I figured I'd do that instead of swimming.
Do you think a lot of water polo players are doing the Lomerinda spring program instead of swimming this year?
Yeah, well, it's really kind of 50-50. A lot of people are also swimming, especially more of the upperclassmen are swimming. But a lot of the upperclassmen, especially from schools other than Miramonte, are also doing water polo instead of swimming.
Do you ever miss swimming?
Nope. I mean, I like swimming as a sport, but it's not my main thing. So, I don't really mind not doing it.
We're here with junior Carter Broad. Why did you decide not to do mat swimming this year?
I decided not to do mat swimming mostly because I don't really have time for it. I wanted to focus on water polo more than swimming, and with the amount of commitment that was required for swimming, I wasn't going to be able to keep up my grades and commit to water polo.
Why do you think so many swimmers are still doing rec swimming this year but decided not to do Miramonte?
Rec swimming is frankly more fun. It's during the summer. It's just you don't really have anything else to do, so you just do rec swimming. But growing up doing rec swimming all your life, you definitely want to stick with it. But Miramonte is just not as fun for swimming.
Do you ever miss Miramonte swimming now that you're not doing it?
Sometimes, I suppose, when people talk about it, some funny things that happen, but mostly it just is not positive stories that come from it. So no, not really that much.
Although there are fewer swimmers this season, the swim team is still looking forward to a successful season.
If you look into a typical geometry classroom, you'll find students doing bookwork or studying for a test. But geometry teacher Brian Henderson has reinvented the typical math class experience by assigning his students his proportions project for the last 19 years. Students take an object and using the proportions build a larger version.
Here with geometry teacher Mr. Henderson to get the inside scoop on the proportions project. Why do you assign this proportions project for geometry students every year?
Well, I think that it's a chance for kids to do something other than just doing problems and solving this and writing an equation. There's lots of theorems and stuff that we have to try to memorize in geometry. This is a way to get away from all that book stuff. And some of the kids are a little more creative, get a chance to kind of show their talents. And it also forces them to get a little real-world application of scaling something up or scaling it down and all the ratios involved and the math involved in doing that kind of a project.
How long have you been assigning this project for?
Overall, probably about 19 years I've done it. And I've done it in both regular geometry and in honors geometry.
We're here with freshman Alex Harnett to get the scoop on Mr. Henderson's geometry proportions project. What did you decide to make for your project?
I made an Old Spice swagger stick. That's 6 times the size of a regular swagger stick. Yeah.
What did you use?
I used mostly cardboard and some wood for the inside and a lot of super glue and spray paint.
Do you like doing this project?
Yeah, it was pretty fun because you have to be creative and yeah, but it was kind of frustrating at times when things didn't really work out the way you wanted them to.
Do you wish you had more of these projects in school rather than just doing book work or taking a test?
Yeah, I would much rather do projects like this instead of taking notes out of a history textbook because it's more fun.
We're here at sophomore Jenny Duncan. What did you decide to build for your proportions project?
I built a very large van shoe.
What was the most difficult part about the project?
Probably cutting the styrofoam because it was really stiff and I had to use a saw to cut through it, which took a lot of effort.
What materials did you use?
Mostly paper and styrofoam and pins. Yeah.
Do you like doing these kind of projects opposed to taking a test or learning out of the book?
Yeah, it's a lot easier and you don't really have to you work so hard, and it's actually a lot of fun as well.
Did the math that you used in this project help you in the class?
A little bit, yeah. In the quizzes and stuff, I understood more about what I was doing, and it was a lot better than I would have done.
We're here with freshman Liz Hoffinga to report on the Proportions Project. What did you decide to make for your project?
I made an enlarged version of a small Crayola box.
What materials did you use?
I used poster board, lots of colored paper, and a ruler, and just stuff like that.
What was the most difficult part about the project?
Just scaling all the writing on the front and the crayons on the front was pretty hard because you had to get everything correct.
Do you like doing these kind of projects rather than taking a test or doing other kind of book work?
Yeah, I like it because it's a lot more hands-on, and if you mess up, you can just do it over and over again.
It's great to see how much hard work and creativity these students have put into this project.
That concludes today's news.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Go Mats!